Ready?
Go ahead.
Hello, I'm John Eastman. This is my dear friend, artist Phil Rostek. We are here at Eastman Flats, and behind me is the exhibit box called Inside the Box. There's my current exhibit is in there called Red Rock, but coming up soon is Phil's exhibit called
Catacomb.
And in addition, which we're going to talk about in a minute, in addition to that, I'll be exhibiting here, and it'll be lit entirely different than the red that it has been. But behind us, you'll see this sheet metal building, and to the right is a pop-up gallery space, and Phil's work will also be in there. So stay tuned for a announcement, a small little opening get-together that we'll have, and then kind of sporadic gallery hours. So can you tell me, Phil, what's the Catacomb exhibit about in kind of summary?
It's about my cat, Bill, our first cat that we had, the spirit of our house, with Marcia and I. And Bill was a stray cat that we got in the middle of January, about 10 degrees. And he was supposed to be a young, declawed, wonderful cat, and he turned out to be an old cat with big claws and a half an ear. But he turned out to be a wonderful guy.
But he was a stray cat. I mean, come on.
He was a stray cat. And so when you would cook something like a chicken breast and share this with Bill, he died and went to heaven. And so we're going to do a little bit of dying and going to heaven as we do a cat salute, a cat comb, and it's going to be like a little chapel for my cat, Bill. This piece that you'll be able to see it when you come. It's also a kind of a St. Francis related piece that I did probably in the 90s, something like that. And it's a piece of wood that has a fragment of a bird wing on it. I think most of that is decayed off. Nevertheless, it's no big deal. But it's kind of St. Francis giving a sermon. There's two things that I'm a little confused about. St. Francis, I think, went to Bologna, the first university, and he gave a very impassioned speech about the things that he loved and believed in, and shared his thoughts about Lady Poverty, and it converted a lot of intellectual people.
All right. And what time frame was this?
1200s, maybe, something like that. Early 1200s, probably. And I think later Friar Bernard was sent there to start an organized kind of friary there. And so I'd have to do my homework over again. I remember those things.
Yeah.
At one time they inspired me to do stuff, and then they all get jumbled up after a while. But nevertheless, this is going to be inside the box with a sermon. Imagined to be St. Francis or maybe Friar Bernard, I'm not sure. And then in the house, as you can see back here, we'll do a little chapel, and we'll light it up similar to John's first piece. See where that takes us. I also did a sculpture that's sitting here. We were thinking it might be a candidate to go in the box, but we might use it later on back there. That would be the conversion of Friar Giles. You can see how the Fioretti and the legends that surround the life of St. Francis of Assisi has impacted me in ways that produced artwork. Mostly starting in the 80s, especially rambling into the 90s, and I still go there.
Right.
uh,
All right.
something
Well,
like that.
yeah. So stay tuned. Fun and exciting. I think the best way to frame what we're doing here with this inside the box is that it's an alternative gallery. This is independent artists doing things outside of the system, and I think from based on everybody I've been talking to that we are on the right track. So thank you for your interest and support, and peace.